This is AP News Minute. North Korea fired 2 projectiles into its eastern sea on Monday. South Korean military authorities say they are working with the United States to analyze what kind of weapons they were. Health authorities in Washington state reported on Sunday that a second person has now died of the coronavirus. Researchers said the virus may have been circulating undetected there for weeks. Democrat Pete Buttigieg went home to South Bend, Indiana to end his race for the White House. He urged party unity and vowed to help put a Democrat back in the White House. Joe Biden campaigned in Norfolk, Virginia following his big weekend win in South Carolina. Senator Bernie Sanders held a rally with thousands of supporters in Los Angeles. 2 tornadoes hit central Tennessee early Tuesday, one of them causing destruction near downtown Nashville. Video from the area shows damaged buildings, overturned vehicles, and downed power lines. Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden got high-profile endorsements from some former opponents ahead of Super Tuesday. Senator Amy Klobuchar, Beto O'Rourke, and Pete Buttigieg all announced that they are backing Biden. Senator Bernie Sanders says he's the candidate most capable of defeating President Trump. Trump, at a rally in North Carolina, said he has much more enthusiastic supporters than Sanders does. The number of coronavirus cases in the United States has gone past 100, with cases in at least 11 states. President Trump met with pharmaceutical executives to discuss how to speed up the search for a vaccine.
It was a triumphant Super Tuesday for Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden. The former vice president won at least 9 states, including a narrow victory over Senator Bernie Sanders in Texas. Senator Elizabeth Warren finished in 3rd place in her home state of Massachusetts. Mike Bloomberg won a few delegates, but no states, after spending $500 million on his campaign. At least 24 people are known dead from the tornadoes that tore through central Tennessee early Tuesday. The twisters ripped apart more than 140 buildings, and crews are still searching through the rubble. And the coronavirus has now infected more than 93,000 people worldwide, killing over 3,000. It has appeared in more than 70 countries, with Ukraine and Morocco reporting their first cases.
At least 11 deaths in the United States are now blamed on the coronavirus, mostly in Washington state. One elderly person died in Northern California after returning from a San Francisco to Mexico cruise. The House of Representatives passed an $8.3 billion measure to fight coronavirus. The overwhelming 415-2 vote came after just minutes of debate. An airstrike on a rebel-held village in northwest Syria killed more than a dozen people, according to opposition activists. The activists blame Russian warplanes and say some of the dead are children. And the National Guard has joined search efforts in the areas of Tennessee devastated by 2 tornadoes early Tuesday. At least 24 people are known dead, dozens are injured, and thousands of homes and businesses have lost power. The cruise ship Grand Princess is being held off the California coast while people on board get coronavirus tests. A military helicopter brought in test kits. At least 5 people on a previous cruise contracted the virus and 1 died. President Trump defended his administration's handling of the coronavirus during a Fox News town hall. He also answered questions about topics including immigration, healthcare, and federal regulations. The Secret Service says none of the Democrats running for president has asked for protection. The issue came up after protesters briefly stormed on stage during Joe Biden's Super Tuesday speech. And Senator Elizabeth Warren says she isn't endorsing anyone just yet after dropping out of the presidential race. She says she'll likely endorse either Joe Biden or Senator Bernie Sanders eventually. Mike Hempen, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.